Okay, Gina, so what you're telling me is if we win the FA Trophy this season, there's a special treat for me at the end of the season from Rob and Ryan.
That is correct.
I mean, what's it going to be? Like a role in the next Hollywood film? A stake in aviation gin? I mean, it could be something really good, you know?
Maybe don't get your hopes up too much.
What do you mean, don't get my hopes up? I mean, they're literally multi-millionaires who live in Hollywood and make films. Like, it's got to be something along those lines, surely. Hello and welcome back to the Wrexham Way. Hope you're all doing well and looking forward to today's episode as we have a massive game in the FA Trophy quarter-final against Stockport County. The two top teams in the National League duking it out for a place in the semi-finals of the Cup. Both of which, really, we should be winning this trophy. One of the two teams, whoever wins this game, probably should go on to win the trophy. Following that, we also have a game against third place Bromley in the league, so that could be also very interesting. And it will be very interesting because we've not been very good in between episodes. It's been not ideal. Since you guys were last here for the win against Gateshead and the draw to Wealdstone, we've lost one, drawn one and won one. The loss was against Chesterfield away from home. We just weren't in it at all. And we nearly lost the Aldershot as well. Dior Angus scored his first goal of the season in the 91st minute to rescue a single point in that game. But luckily for us, we did manage to start playing well against Barnet. A 4-1 win there got us our first 3 points and only 3 points off in between episodes. Annoyingly, Stockport and Bromley, two teams that we face today, one in the Cup, one in the league, have had some pretty decent league form. And, well, we might be about to go behind Stockport. They are 2 points behind us with a game in hand, and Bromley, if they end up beating us later on, they could be right on our tails as well. They've got 2 games in hand on us. They are 6 points behind, but if they beat us, that could change the dynamic of things massively as well. So all of a sudden, we could be drawn into a bit of a battle. I don't think County will get in there. We are 10 points clear of them, play the same amount of games. So it should be okay, but the top 3, it's narrowing. Luckily for us, Paul Mullen is still scoring goals, James Jones is still getting assists, and Harry Lennon is still getting great average ratings. So we should be okay, but it's a little touch and go. So, with that, teams are playing their game in hand on us right now. Stockport are taking an Aldershot. Aldershot, please, please, please beat Stockport. Otherwise, well, we're not going to be top of the table anymore. So I'm going to press continue. And what's going to happen? What is going to happen? Stockport win. They go top. Okay. Not an ideal start to the episode. So I thought I'd show you that pivotal moment where we lose the lead of the table. I was hoping Stockport wouldn't win and we'd stay top of the table. That was my, what I was wanting from all of this. But no. It's not quite worked out like that. So I've not just started today's episode because Stockport were about to go top of the table if they won their game a week before we actually played them. It's also because we're now in early March and the youth intake should be coming through any time around now. No idea when, but at some point in March it will happen. And so I wanted to capture the moment on camera, but in the week leading up to this game against Stockport County, nothing's happened so far. Oh, and now things are just getting a little bit more tricky because Bryce Hosanna out with a twisted ankle for 3 to 4 weeks with the physio. Okay, not ideal. And Reece Hall-Johnson, who could be his backup, won't be his backup, is out for 6 to 2 weeks, or 6 days to 2 weeks, I should say. Oh, and now more league games are taking place. Now, this could be crucial for Bromley, actually, because Bromley are now taking on Aldershot. If they beat Aldershot, they will be on 66 points. They'll be 4 points behind us. If they beat us, 1 point behind us. This is quite important, but actually we're taking on Stockport at the same time. So we'll see the results after the Stockport game. But we're finally here now. Everyone is fighting fit to play this one, obviously apart from Bryce Hosanna, who will come off the pitch for, if I can find him, who played there most of the start of the season. Where is he? Who is he? Oh, Tyler French. He's highlighted in blue, literally. Right, Tyler French comes back on the pitch, because of course he played quite a lot early on in the season when Hosanna was injured then. Hosanna's great, but a bit of an injury liability. The rest of the team is what you would expect it to be. Langton, Lennon, Hayden and Tozer in goal, with Medford, Smith and French obviously in the wing-back roles, Jones and Needham in the middle, Young in the attacking midfield, and then McAllendon and Mullen leading the line. So, kickoff is upon us here today. Stockport County beat us 2-0 on earlier on this season, so we need to be at our very best if we want to get past them today. we really could pick up some silverware this season. If we beat Stockport County, we have to be favourites for the FA Trophy this season. I really want to win it, and Medford Smith also wants to win it. Driving down the left-hand side of the pitch, puts a ball into the middle, missed by everyone, and it goes all the way through to Stockport defenders, who clear it only as far as Ben Tozer, who brings the ball forward into the path of French. French now getting out wide. Can he put a ball into the middle? He does, and it's somehow in the back of the net. As a Tyler French goal. It's been disallowed though. What? There's no replays either. Can I go back 10 seconds? I mean, I think I've missed it quite a bit. What is going on? I can't speak. Weirdly as well, if I go on to live, right, and then go to previous highlight and press play, this was not the previous highlight. Well, I want to just find, it won't tell me whether, I'm so confused. I know, maybe this is it. Maybe this was that highlight. I just don't remember the corner being at the start of it. Yeah, because it misses everyone's heads. Right, we're going to find out what's happened with this, because I am so confused as to why this has been ruled out. So what I might do is go behind the goal. I'm going to zoom right in. Right, press play. So French has the ball. And he cuts back, puts it in the middle. Right, I might have to zoom out a little bit because the ball is about to go. Oh, camera height up a little bit, zoom out a little bit. Right. I really don't know what's gone wrong with that goal. Goal for Wrexham. Tyler French scores. It's been disallowed. Assistant referee is flagging. Flagging for what? Oh, Fish was shoved by Mullen. Okay, well that clears that one up then. So I think Mullen shoved Fish into the ball, and then the ball bounced off Fish somehow into the back of the net. It goes down as a... God knows. Anyway, I've spent far too much time deciding if that's a goal or not. It's not a goal. We worked out why it's not a goal, and we've worked out that Lennon can't score from that particular corner. Unlucky lads. It has, though, been a very cagey game. Wrexham 4 shots to Stockport's 1 shot. I mean, it's good for us in that regard, but no goals to speak of. Oh, dear me. We are not doing much in the second half, but we do have a corner, which is met by the head of Tozer straight at the Stockport County keeper. That is rather frustrating, I must say, as they clear it out from the back. Winners in the air, please, boys. Medford Smith does win it, only as far as Stockport County players. Right, press high here, lads, and let's, beautifully stuff, win the ball nicely. Forward to Mullen, over the top. Mullen with time and space to shoot. Mullen, with his 38th goal of the season, puts us 1-0 up in this quarter-final. You love to see it. Beautiful stuff from him. That's the breakthrough that we needed. Stockport are making some changes. Doesn't matter. It's because Paul Mullen has scored the goal. That's all we need to know. They did bring onto the pitch... was it John Nolan? Oh, Jack Nolan. I was going to say if it was John Nolan, former Lincoln City player. I think he actually still is Ipswich. So I was going to say that's quite a drop down for Nolan if he's gone from Ipswich to Stockport County. But it's the same as James Jones going from Lincoln to Wrexham, to be fair. We are holding on, though. Oh, I've said it wrong, haven't I? Why did I say that? Why did I say that? Why did I say that? Tom, you're such an idiot. No, don't score. I mean, to be fair, it's a little bit unlucky for us, the way the ball just sort of bounces into the path of their striker. I mean, actually, Lainton should have done so much better there. I don't know why he didn't scoop the ball up after it hit the post and bounced back into him. We're playing a tight offside. Oh, it's Nolan who gets the ball. Yeah, okay, he's onside. This guy was offside originally, he scored the goal, but no. James Jones. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, okay. I think the game recognised that I recognised I'd made a mistake with what I said, but it already put in motion them scoring a goal, so it decided to backtrack on that a little bit and allowed us to score another goal. To put us back in the lead here, we are 3 minutes away from a semi-final place. Come on, lads. Medford Smith into Hayden. Hayden to swing this one across to no one in the end, and Needham on the ball into Young, into James Jones, out to French. French, go on. He saw his name in lights, and in lights his name was. You love to see it. 3-1. We've won it. We've won it. And this now makes us the absolute favourites in my eyes to win the FA Trophy this season. We have to. Surely we have to. We are 15 seconds away from winning the game. I thought we were about to concede a goal there. We still might, because they are playing it around rather dangerously at the back. But with 5 seconds to go, surely this is just the final highlight of the game as French brings the ball forward inside to James Jones. Referee, blow your whistle. Come on, unless we're going to score a 4th goal. I wouldn't say no to that, because that would really put the nail in the coffin for Stockport. As Hayden out to Tozer, into French. French, come on, just swing an early cross into the middle. Mullen, get your head on it, and then we score a goal. That's a beautiful ball. And that's a beautiful goal. I think French could be offside, though. If he's not offside, that is terrible defending from Stockport, but I think it has been flagged for offside. We're not going to see a replay of it, apparently, but it was given as offside. Still, 3-1. Okay, and relax. I think the positive we can really take from this is that we did actually score 5 goals in this game. 2 of them were offside, but we won. So did Notts County, so did Kidderminster Harriers, and Chorley Torquay drew. Maybe they've got a replay booked as opposed to anything else. Bromley also draw with Aldershot, which is very nice for us because it means it limits them to only being, if they beat us, a few points behind us as opposed to just 1 point behind us. So that's good. So I feel like things have gone in our favour on the 12th of March. I think we can mark that down as a successful day in the save. But still no update on the youth intake preview. Watch it just not be. Just watch it not be in this episode now. If it's not, I'll still record it and put it in after the Bromley game, so we will see it in today's episode. It just might have to be at some point, after we finish the Bromley game. In the meantime, though, the FA Trophy, the semi-final draw. So Chorley and Torquay do have to go to a replay, but we could be getting County or Kidderminster. I'd rather maybe it be County, just so. Like, if we get Kidderminster, Torquay or Chorley in the final, for example, I'd be so confident. County, I'd be a little bit wary of, so I'd rather get them out of the way in the semi-finals as opposed to an easy team in the semi-finals. So Notts County, Kidderminster, which means we get Chorley or Torquay away from home. All right. We can do it. We can do it. I believe the semi-finals are over 2 legs as well, if I remember correctly, so that'll be interesting. Unless, of course, they have changed it. They may well have changed it since Lincoln City were last in the FA Trophy. No, it's still 2 legs there, so we've got a home leg and an away leg. We'll do those next episode. But what is exciting is Torquay v Chorley. Who's going to win it and who are we going to face? I'd rather face Chorley because they are from the league below us. And they did manage to get the win. However, they've got here on merit. So they are going to be a very difficult team to play against. 14th in the league below. They've had a great... They're 14th in the league below, you can see here. They've had a great cup run. It's going to be a shame that we have to end it for them. So, here we are then. The Bromley game. Who are Stockport playing against? They're playing Wealdstone, who we drew with. So, you never know. Maybe they could do us a favour and beat Stockport County. But as it stands right now, we are 2nd in the table and we have to keep winning games. But Bromley beat us 1-0 earlier on this season at our place. We're now at their place. The team is going to stay the exact same as it was because Bryce Hosanna is not fit enough to get back in the team yet. So the team stays the same. They played brilliantly against Stockport. Please do it again. So kickoff is upon us. Right. We need a great result today. They are playing a fairly attacking formation, Bromley. I mean, I guess they should do, right? They are 3rd in the table. They're obviously doing very well attacking-wise this season. So are we from corners that time. Racketing off the crossbar. That's not the right word, is it? Racketing off the crossbar. I don't know what I was trying to say, but racketing came out of my mouth. I don't know. We'll stick with it for now. Medford Smith on the ball down at left-hand side of the pitch. Racing forward, bringing it over the halfway line. He's been superb this season. Really top-quality signing. So glad that we got him into the team when we did. So's Tristan Needham, to be fair. He's been very good as that ball-winning midfielder this season. But McAllendon gets it into James Jones, into Mullen, out wide to French, who's got so much space to find the head of McAllendon, who just puts it wide of the mark. Good start from us today. If we keep this level of pressure up, there's bound to be a goal in there somewhere, but that's a very poor free kick, and we're not going to score like that, sadly. Bromley then, to bring it out from the back. Hoof it all the way up to our defence, who just happily claimed that one, as Tristan Needham now on the ball. Plays it forward into James Jones, out wide to French, who's in so much space again. These wing-backs seem to find so much space on the wings at the moment. Although they don't really do much with it as he goes right down to the byline, goes back to James Jones, back to French, into Mullen. I'm sorry, French, for doubting you. I said you weren't going to do much with it. He gets an assist there for Paul Mullen's 39th of the season. Okay, this is good. I'm happy with this. Let's keep it up. As it stands right now, we're back ahead of Stockport, who are still drawing right now. I fully expect them to go on to win that game, but it would be lovely if we could get ourselves back on top of the table and build that big point difference back to Bromley once again. I was very concerned that they were getting quite close to us. And they still could, you know, but if we win today's game, it gives us some lovely breathing room to those guys once again. So fingers crossed we can just keep winning this game and hopefully add to our tally as McAllendon coming forward, drives into the penalty area, shoots, saved quite comfortably by the Bromley keeper, and the highlight finishes. Yeah, so if I scroll down here, what's going on then with Stockport? Are they there? I can't see Stockport. I guess they're on this bit of the fixture list that just isn't loading at the bottom. So I presume, because they're now top of the table again, they are winning. Okay, that's not so good. Stockport winning, but we're only 1 point behind it now. It's behind my head, actually. Stockport 1, Wealdstone 0. So they have just scored in the 36th minute. That's a bit of a late update to come through. Going to be a tight end to the season. A really tight end to the season. And I really do think the title is going to be decided in that game we play against Stockport on the penultimate day of the season. I think that really could be the moment, and I'm dreading it if I'm honest with you. I hate tight title battles when I'm in them. Watching them, other people, or in real life, it's great, unless Lincoln City's involved. But when I'm managing a team and it's a tight title battle, I hate it, because I just don't deal with pressure very well, and I get too into it, I feel. Either way, Mullen's been set through and hits the post. Can he get the rebounds? He does, but there's too tight of an angle and too many players around him, and unfortunately we can't get a goal from that situation. Changes do need to be made though. Romani Smith, or Romani Medford Smith I should say, to give him his full title, not playing well. Will Kokolo on you come. Tristan Needham off you come for Jake Garrett as well. Free kick, Paul Young special. Is he actually... Wait, Luke Young. I don't know where Paul Young came from. Why did I say Paul Young? I'm very confused by my brain's immediate reaction to see Young put the ball down on the floor to call him Paul Young. Luke Young scores his 4th of the season. I think it is his 4th goal from a free kick as well. Also, like, this should never be going in, but it does, and I love it. So I feel like we've done enough today. And I feel like today stamps our credentials as a double winning team this season. You know, we have beaten Stockport and Bromley, i.e. the first and now 4th, I suppose, best teams in non-league. So if we can beat them quite comfortably like we have today, we should be able to do it for the rest of the season and then win the FA Trophy and the league. Also, Paul Mullen is now on the verge of breaking the National League goal-scoring record. Matt Tubbs got 37 goals one season, 2010-11. Not quite sure who he played for, but still, Paul Mullen on 36 in the league now. He will overtake him. So what I'm going to do is go through and play the rest of March off camera. I'll come back at some point to show the youth intake preview because I feel like that is important in this first season. But next episode, we will be back for Chorley, Weymouth and Chorley. So here we go. The youth intake preview has arrived. Andre's first youth intake. And I'll be honest, it's not the greatest thing I've ever seen in the world. We've got some top talents. I guess it means top talents for this youth intake. Good talents who, look a bit average, and decent talents, and I think decent is just another word for rubbish. So weirdly, we can't actually sort it by potential ability. It just sort of shows up like this, which is a bit bizarre. But let's have a look at this. This guy's got 4-star potential. Jack Mullock, centre mid, ball winner, you'll love to see it. Good enough already for the league below us. If he's 15 years old, good enough for the league below. To be fair, he might have some decent potential on him. Good determination. He's got a resilient personality, which I presume is probably okay. He's got some good tag. To be fair, I think he's not that bad of a player. You know, obviously we're not looking at regens for like Barcelona. We're looking at regens for Wrexham. There's going to be a big difference. But I think he's got the fundamentals to be a pretty decent player. We'll look at the other 3 top talents. So Joe Bassett is I guess right back actually, but can play anywhere on the right hand side. Physically not great, technically not great. Fairly professional though, which is all right. I think he could be okay. Maybe not like a big talent for the future, but he might be okay. This guy I cannot pronounce because he's Welsh and he's got a very, very Welsh name. And for a winger, maybe not quite pacey enough for my liking, but through the middle, might be okay through the middle as a playmaker if his passing got better. And then Lloyd Jellyman is a centre-back who's 6'4", heading of 6 though. Oh, it was so promising. Okay, so nothing amazing coming through there, but something to work with, I feel. Hello, Editing Tom here. Just a quick one. We are going to do the renaming of regens and stuff again on Patreon and YouTube memberships and Twitch subs, stuff like that. But, slight spoiler, maybe? Well, I'm telling you about it, so it's not really. It kind of is. But we are going to sign a couple more youngsters in the next few videos. And I want to make those guys available for Patreon renaming and stuff like that as well. So, hold fire on it right now. End of the season, I'll know exactly what players we've got to rename, and then we'll rename them all there. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have done, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And I will see you later on this evening for another upload. Have a good one. Goodbye.